Hello, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Leon, this is Steffan. Steffan, this is Leon.
Nice to meet you. This is very echoey, this stream, isn't it? I wonder if that's my fault.
It could be it's to be honest, I now believe in a new deity that is the internet. Sometimes she is angry with us, sometimes she is not. So a little bit of a catch up, first of all. Steph, I met you through Sarah Bridgman, that I do the kitchen sink with. And Leon, I met Leon through doing Rough As online through Sarah Bridgman. So this is a bit of a Sarah Bridgman fan show.
Yeah, good, as every show should be.
And Leon is as being back in the UK. So our big world, Leon was formerly in Malaysia, which made our big world really big. Alex should be joining us soon, but he's usually got commitments on a Sunday, so he sort of slides in. Really, no one notices. It's like all of a sudden he's here, and he's in Michigan, in Detroit. So, Steffan, how has your New Year been? Have you managed to celebrate? I know that Wales has had a little bit of a tougher time than England.
Yeah, I don't know really. I mean, I think there's so many different types of people in their approaches to this extraordinary time, and my approach is just to stay in at all times and not really. I haven't really needed to obsessively check the guidance because I'm just not going anywhere or seeing anyone anyway. So my New Year hasn't been at all different from my last so far. I love New Year. I love the excitement of sort of like, it's a new number. Let's arbitrarily pretend that means something. I quite like it. But I also hate going out for New Year's. I like sort of staying in my house. So that's perfect because that's what all of us had to do for New Year's this year. So very much my type of thing. Yeah, I thought it was a laugh. I looked out my window. I always go. I walk to the local park to see the fireworks because I'm too cheap to buy any of my own. And there was just so many fireworks this year. People could not get enough of celebrating the end of 2020. So it was quite cool, sort of seeing the park fill with gunpowder smoke from the fireworks. It was quite cool. So yeah, so it's my favourite New Year's, even though the years on either side of it have been completely terrible so far.
I do agree. The older I get, the more I agree that you should just go to a big organised firework place. Less idiots that get sold fireworks. Really, it is for the best.
Yeah.
And we had, I don't know if everyone saw this, but in the UK, at the strike of midnight, there's always a big fireworks show over the London Eye and along the Thames, and it's all ooh, ah. And they filmed it actually in the summertime, so people wouldn't go out on the streets in New Year or be near each other and not be socially distanced, because Auld Lang Syne is the opposite of social distancing. You are touching strangers in groups and projecting air at each other. And I love the fact that even though there were still loads of fireworks and they had all the drones, they had a message from David Attenborough, sorry, wrong brother, from David Attenborough, as they filled the air with fireworks.
Oops.
Just shoveling gunpowder into the atmosphere as he's telling us we've only got one planet.
Just blow it up.
It's so weird. Like, you always get that sort of people setting off fireworks a little bit early or a little bit late for New Year's and for fireworks night.
Random times.
Like, and a neighbour of ours set off fireworks on the 12th of December, which I'm like, that is a meaningless date. That is not close enough to anything to be. That is just because you hate pets.
Isn't that St. Swithin's Day? Maybe they follow that closely.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know, I made that
up. I will believe you. I have no way of disproving it.
You're offended all the St. Swithin's followers there. Apologise to all the St. Swithin's followers.
To all the St. Swithin's massive holler. Maybe the new cult. You know, obviously there was the Michaelmas mass that we forgot to mention as well. I believe that we have our fourth member of the gang team. Hello and hi to Alex. Alex, this
Hello.
is Steffan. Steffan, this is Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Only taken me 33 episodes.
Yeah. It was a long
so
year.
the first thing I want to say is, Alex, I got to be honest, we've been watching the news. How's your 2021 going?
Did you go out?
Yo, just chaos over here. Like chaos in a way that's like
small.
Yeah.
Small.
Oh, certainly. It's chaos in a way that we all like are surprised by, but we saw coming. It's very interesting over here now. COVID's out of control. We're still in like a second lockdown in my state. We still can't like eat indoors in restaurants or anything like that. And yeah, they stormed the Capitol, and the cops did a lot of things late and a lot of things not at all, and it was very disturbing just to watch.
I just thought it was a tour because you can go to Buckingham Palace, but you're not allowed to walk around. I thought it was great. I thought I should go to America. I like walking around all day and sitting on all the seats and stuff. To bring that in here, we go Buckingham Palace, sit in the Queen's throne, that sort of thing.
Yeah, really those cops are basically tour guides. Like, y'all want to see inside? Yeah, go jump on in. It's fine.
Selfies with everything. You never get a better chance.
I want to take a moment to express how outrageous I feel it is that my mother has popped into the chat to point out that St. Swithin's Day is in July.
I am apologising to St. Swithin people.
Fact-checking.
Sorry. I was just suspended all the St. Swithinese. Swithers.
I'm really impressed. Your mother's given us a call back, and she said that they were filming the fireworks for next July. I mean, that is a comedy mother. Well done, Catherine.
For the end of COVID next July, hopefully.
Yeah, if you're looking for a guest.
Well, the question that I really want to ask, though, is the burning question is, you know, we've got lockdown, we've got all political unrest, we've got a pandemic at the door. But did you all get a Christmas present from Santa?
Yes.
Yeah. I left out sanitizer for him.
Yeah.
I
got your hands if you go be in here.
He's been everywhere, you know what I mean? So anyone's gonna get it.
He's been indoors. He's got to drop the presents off outside. Let you bring them in.
He should have got the first vaccination. They should have done that because they had it just before Christmas. Could have just given it to him first. Would have been a great PR stunt.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a great Christmas gift. It's like, here's the vaccine. I got it. I made more. Here you go.
Not all the elves, though. We can't afford all that. We're just them.
I don't. Right. Here's the thing. I think there is so much debate over whether or not to believe in Santa. I don't want to give anyone ammunition by saying Santa's giving us vaccines.
Yeah.
I don't want to start an anti-Santa movement.
Yeah. I don't want to sound the alarm. I'm not believing in Santa.
I like the idea of like wrapping it up. Like if we just associate every conspiracy theory with like a children's. Like, what's the word? Like, I heard the word for it, cryptid, right? Like, for sort of something like Santa. So we could have, like, maybe the Easter Bunny was responsible for the moon landing, and the Tooth Fairy arranged 9/11.
Well, yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense because the Easter Bunny lays eggs.
Well, would it be...
There's no relation there. So, like, you know, eggs, moon, you may as well put something else in. Is that moon? Was it on the moon? What's that?
So would the movement against would it be anti-Santa Fa? Am I saying it right? Is that what the anti-Santa movement?
Well, you know, he keeps visiting lots of kids. You know, there's no smoke without fire.
I jumped into that movement in 4th grade. I was ready to tell the people.
I'll tell you what I got for Christmas. My Christmas gift was a board game. The board game was Pandemic.
No, that's real life. That's not a game.
We played a game of it straight away and lost. So
yeah. You follow it up with Monopoly?
Mine's right here. I got a toolkit for Christmas, which is what I wanted. I laid some very heavy clues, like standing in front of it and pointing at it when we were allowed to the DA stores during the little lift down. That one I want. And Santa saw it and got for me.
That's lovely.
God bless him. Won't he do it?
So, Steffan, you got a. What did you get, Alex?
I got a record player. I was like, I don't know if you can even see it.
Oh, nice.
It's this boy.
Sweet.
Yeah, I had a record player before. Oh, see, I had a record player before. Oh, you gotta like the little lid. Oh, it's kind of backed up. But like, it was this old timey. I don't know if you can see it. It's like over there. It's like that box. It's like this old timey. Like, oh, like I can't even do this. Anyway, it was old time like record player, but it was like a wall mounted one where you could like put the records like on the wall and it would spin on the wall. And like this little thing broke, and I'm all like, it's already risky playing records this way, and I'm not gonna do it if I can't secure it. So like, can I get a record player so that all these records just don't sit here collecting dust anymore? So I was very happy about that.
I like that record players have continued to be quite a cool thing to own in a way that. Like I sort of can't really imagine like cassette players ever coming back in as like a hipster's choice.
Yeah. Do you miss it just exploding and all the ribbons coming everywhere and you had to like dial
the
it
best bit, you got to get the
side?
pencils out.
Yeah. Or like it was like off a little bit in the player, so you had to like stick something in there. Or that's more 8-track. I don't know.
Or if it broke and you could fix it with sellotape and you felt like you were like an FBI agent sticking it together and it came to that bit and it jumped, but it kept working and you were like, I must be some kind of technical genius here. Just fix tape.
Not going to skip on my Nas tape.
I'm an editor. Now I'm a qualified editor.
Hello to Roomaroo. Hello, Mr. and Miss. Big shout out there. Sorry, just popped up. I mean, the other thing is, did you ever try walking whilst using a Walkman? A CD Walkman?
Oh, CD, what a stupid idea. And then you have to put it sideways and it's too big for pockets. Why invent a thing that for walking when you're uncomfortable in a pocket? Nuts.
You just need bigger pockets.
That's
what you do is you just sew an extra pocket onto the breast of your coat, like an absolutely massive one. And then when you're not using it for your Walkman, you can keep a hardback in there. It's great.
Since I'm just dripping in male privilege, my pockets actually are big enough to fit in my pants.
But it jump. They can't run with it or anything. They jump like a bugger, don't they? Yeah, there was a missold, weren't they?
One time I went to a club and I wasn't really feeling going out, but I went out anyway. And I went to the club. I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if I could just bring my Nintendo Switch with me? And I realized I could fit the Switch in my pocket in my jeans. And next thing I know, I went to the club. I'm all like, oh, this is boring. And I just pulled it shut.
I've got a Nintendo Switch. I'd be too scared I know it can be portable, but I'd be so scared to take something that expensive out and about.
I did it all the time. It was the best.
You live life on the edge.
Yeah, back when I used to go outside. It was great.
Nowadays, you can take whatever you want outside. You could go outside with a massive armfuls of gold. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no one's going to see you.
I say that, actually. The other day, I went for my government-mandated allowance daily walk. I walked for about half an hour, and I saw 2 different drug deals on the street, which, A, does not speak highly of the area in which I live, but B, also, pretty sure that doesn't count as an essential service.
Nope.
I don't know about that.
So I can't have you in my house.
You know he's a key worker.
I got to meet you outside where it's open air.
Yeah. And if you've bubbled with your drug dealer, do you know what I mean? You're all right.
That's what people have been doing. I should have thought to bubble with the ice cream parlor. That would have been good. Which is my
with a
6 feet, no more hand to hand. You got to toss it.
My cat handling section. We're going to move into the question part of the we're getting lots of messages. It looks like we're big in Spain tonight. So hola. Hola. not sure what all the messages mean. And after some of the messages we received from Twitch in the past, probably going to err on the side of caution and not off the back.
Come on, I'll translate.
Right, so gentlemen, apart from Steffan, because you're the special guest, but gentlemen, do you have your jars, vessels, hats, bowls, handbags ready? Oh, look at that little T-shirt shout out. Did somebody get a new T-shirt for Christmas as well there, Alex? It's very much like, I'll just show you the time on my new watch.
Yeah, right.
Right, well, I've been writing for a few all day, so I'm going to go first with mine. Oh, can you do an impression of a human or an animal? So can you do a celebrity impression or an animal impression?
I think I can.
Donald?
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger was always like the easiest one because he has that thick accent and he was like in so many action movies as a kid. And all you got to hit that deep throat, like, that's all you really need. And if you say anything with that at the end, you're kind of good. He's like, what's going on in the capital? They're letting everyone in. I tried to go last week. They didn't let me in. They said I didn't have an appointment. Now everyone's getting in. I don't get it. That's all you really need. Just say everything way back here and you're good.
Leon, can you do anything?
God, give me there. No, I can't. And because I do lots of like improv shows, they often have like these little rounds where you have to do impressions, and I can't ever do any impressions. I'm no good at them, and I can't hold an accent for more than like 30 seconds. I can start an accent, and it drifts off my Achilles heel. Accents and impressions. I feel like I'm breaking up.
Awesome.
Leon has been thrown out of the chat for failure to comply with the instruction. You either bring an impression or you are out.
This is his impression of an absentee father.
Like he was using a proper VHS like camcorder. It went green.
Yeah. He was suddenly thrown off the platform.
Leon's
that is his celebrity impression of Donald Trump.
Yeah, you are bad. You better get a TikTok.
Hey!
You better start doing videos.
Hugh Janus, one of our best fans, has said that he can show us an impression of his python. We're going to say no, Hugh. Thank you very much for that, though. And please do not feel free to send me any pictures of that either. Maybe Alex and Leon might want to see. It's very pathetic. No, just say no, kids. I can do an impression of a chicken, but you have to have a chicken to know that this is authentic because it's like. Because that's the actual noise that chickens make. It's not click click. And I used to work. I used to work at a lot of festivals, and you just be walking around and you sit down and you talk to what we call in the industry a random. And they'd ask me like who I am, or what to do here, and I would explain that. My father actually owns the farm that this festival's happening on, and it's just absolutely amazing that everybody's here. I know
that will help me clean up after, right? Before you leave.
Just have them hanging on. So strange thing. These are the fields I used to run my horse in, and then all of you people are here.
Can you help me till these fields? Can you help me shut these chickens up? They don't cluck like the store person said. They would. They don't cluck like they should. I want my money back. They said no beef for us. Hey!
So, Steph, are you? Hey, Leon, you're back as long as you do an impression. Give us the impression. Come on, Leon.
That was the Invisible Man. That was technology in the 80s. That's what that was.
Absentee fathers.
Handicam 200 or whatever it was.
So if you could only do an impression for 30 seconds, we at least get 10 seconds of an awful accent.
I can't do accents for 10 to 30 seconds. I can't do any impressions at all.
Here's the thing. I can't do impressions. I don't have a gift for them at all. But that doesn't stop me from doing them. Like they're all rubbish.
Yeah.
Half of them sound nothing like. But you just get into your head what a sound is. Like my favorite one I do in my house is Bonnie Tyler. Doesn't massively sound like Bonnie Tyler, but it's just a fun energy to bring anyway. To go around going, right, I'm putting on Total Eclipse. I don't care if it's my song. It's brilliant, and I'm putting it on.
I love that.
It's great. It's a nice long song. Oh, I'll sing along and everything.
I love that because I don't know what Bonnie Tyler sounds like, so it could be spot on. I can't even remember what she looks like. You could look just like Bonnie Tyler. I wouldn't know.
That's true. I don't really know what she looked like either. That's the only song I know. That's the only hit I got in store. That's the only thing I'll play.
Like Einstein. Pick Einstein or something. And no. Faint German accent. You know, that was him. Perfect.
The thing is, that's a really good impression of Bonnie Tyler.
There you go.
She's petite. She's got a cracking set of pipes on her, and she opens her mouth, and she sounds like a docker.
So like she got neck muscles. I like that.
Here's an amazing fact about Bonnie Tyler. Bonnie Tyler owns a mine. I haven't made that up. You can see that on Wikipedia. She owns a mine.
What is she digging out of these mines?
I don't know if she operates it. I think she's only the foreman. They are there at the coal. They're in her mines digging out the next big hits.
Yeah, right. Keep it coming. There's nothing I can say.
Find me some gold. Find me some gold. Maybe that's how she thinks she's going to get a gold record. She has to go and find it.
Yeah. She's just going to bring out a normal record, but on solid gold.
Yeah. She's looking for some amber that's got a mosquito in it, like a really old mosquito. Just follow me. Eventually, it's going to pay off. Just let me get that mosquito in the amber.
Oh, her real name is Gaynor Hopkins.
I would change that shit too. That's fine. No judgment.
Oh, you're talking about that's great. Nina Hopkins, is that right?
Gaynor.
Gaynor Hopkins. Right, Gaynor?
Nothing wrong with Gaynor. Good name.
Sing that song, Gay.
Gaynor. I've got a song for us, Gaynor. Lovely name.
Play it again, Gaynor.
I want about the heart.
Do the Hero song, Gaynor. You haven't heard it. You haven't heard Hero, have you? Do Hero.
Turn around, Gaynor. Turn around.
Oh, she's got a really deep throaty voice following her throat surgery. Good fact, Ray. When was the throat surgery? Was that recent? Has her voice become a lot deeper, or was that
after she worked on the mine for 20 years?
Oh.
I think I like female singers with deep voices. I think that's that's a good voice. That's a good sound. Maybe I should get throat surgery. Then
I'm going to keep looking up which mine she's got because her father was a coal miner. First of all, I thought gold mine or diamond mine, but then of course it would be coal.
Of course it's coal. When you are a celebrity with more money than sense, you buy stupid stuff. But when you're Welsh, it's a coal mine.
I'd like it if she thought it was a gold mine and they keep bringing up coal and she keeps getting disappointed. She's like, no, I don't want this stuff.
One day.
What is this? You keep bringing me this. Bring me the gold stuff. I have it harder. Throw this stuff away.
I got rid of it when I got the house. What a mistake.
According to Wikipedia, it's a quarry, not a mine. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay. All right.
We apologise to our.
What a humiliating error.
We apologise to our mining fans.
It is, of course, completely ridiculous that she would own a mine. What a stupid thing, I believe. She owns a quarry, which is perfectly normal.
See, Bonnie will be at the TV now going, it's a quarry!
It's a quarry! What's this man talking about? You bring shame upon our city. She's from Swansea, which I am as well.
I was going to stop watching, but I needed to hear
that quarry, and you go calling it a mine. Well,
It's not a well, it's a quarry.
It's not a quarry.
Is that what we're reduced to?
Go, Alex.
Good. That does not need to be repeated.
Bonnie or Dana, if you're watching this, I am a fully qualified tipper driver. If you do need any of your aggregates taken out of the quarry, give us a call, love. Available for hire.
We want more money.
Just saying. Alex or John, would you like to get a question out, please, for the next round? Bing, bing.
What would you rather own, a quarry or a mine?
Yeah, right. What's the biggest piece of... Yeah, I'd rather adopt a highway.
I went to
Catch a highway. I can just take care of that way. That's my thing. That's how I want to own and give back. It's my move.
My mother reckons it's a mine and not a quarry that Bonnie Tyler owns, so I'm very happy with it. Yeah,
Patrick's on
I
it.
was right. I am more correct than Wikipedia.
We need to get down there. Send someone down. We need a roving reporter.
We need to commission your report. We need to send some inspectors. Confirm whether it's a quarry or a mine.
Big World Small Talk investigation team. Go. We need answers. We need answers.
I bet it's a gold mine. She's trying to keep it quiet. Oh no, we just find stones. Oh, we find stones. Don't find any gold.
Have you noticed Leon's doing a Welsh accent even though he claims he can't do impressions? Right, who's got the question?
I'll write that down.
Here we go.
That's going on the CV.
What's one bit of fashion you used to wear you don't wear anymore?
Oh, I went through the stupidest phase as a teenager where I would wear like every day. I was never seen without it. A reversible fisherman's cap. I really thought it was a cool look.
No way,
it was not a cool look.
No fish.
Quick, were you a fisherman?
No.
Oh,
I don't think I even knew they were fisherman's cap. I just saw a cap once. I went, oh, that's cool. And you can reverse it, and it's another cap. That's interesting.
You kind of look like Jesus, like you might be like a fisher of men.
Yeah, well,
like a gay Jesus.
I rocked the fisher of men look.
You're like walking around city centres, and people are like, "Oh, there must be a river around here. Look, he's going fishing." There's a river.
There's a lot of fishing in Swansea, which is why I imagined the caps were so easily available. But the look was very different in my local school's sixth form. I thought it was so cool. And
Did
people ask you about
it adorned with accessorize?
Sorry?
Did you adorn it with badges or at least flies?
No.
Did you?
What I would do is that, it would just look as it did, and then once in a blue moon, I'd flip it inside out because it was reversible. And in my head, I thought I was blowing people's minds. As people went past going, that's that guy. That's normally a blue hat with a yellow strip. Now it's white with a blue strip.
Two hats. He owns two hats.
I thought I was in sixth form, but in a comprehensive school. So, I was sort of 16, 17. There were kids in the school who were like 11 and 12, and I thought, yeah, the 11 and 12-year-olds look up to me. They think I look very cool in my fisherman's hat.
They will emulate this at their first opportunity.
Jesus wasn't white. Is this
Jesus wasn't white.
As long as I wasn't the one to have to say
I think. I really think that we may have mentioned that a lot during the cloud of the Christmas period as well.
See, I quite like that because there must have been lots of people painting Jesus.
Because Alex, yes, Alex said that Steph would have looked like a Jesus. So hang on, sir, is this the hat?
Let's have a look. Yeah, it basically looked like that, but it wasn't like that one looks a bit glossy and waterproof. Mine was just cloth and cheap. But that is the style.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wow. So we did when I was in sixth form, we had a mock election, and like I represented one of the political parties, and I had friends of mine helping my campaign, and I sort of made them wear like equivalent fisherman's hats because that was kind of my thing. That was my brand, and we must have looked like such dweebs.
But you did it together. You were a collection,
and I won the election as well.
Yeah. So, proofs in the pudding. In the fisherman hat pudding.
I ruled the school with an iron fist and a horrible cap.
I used to wear
we touched on it before.
clothes that weren't my size. That was my thing.
What did you wear?
I just wore clothes that weren't my size. Oh,
too big or too small?
There you go.
That's a different vibe.
Oh,
too big.
Nice.
I am the same size I was in high school, and I thought that was gonna change. It didn't. Let me just hide my small body.
Alex, we both wore the massive jeans that came to the floor that showed the tide lines if it was raining, and you had to have them ripped across the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically it. They sort of, I loved my baggy jeans. I thought I remember I was got out with a guy that didn't like them. I dumped the guy, and within 6 hours of dumping the guy, I had a pair of these jeans, and it was sort of like my emancipate trousers.
These jeans are mine, and he's never getting in.
There's nothing like the thing you're allowed to buy. Like my mother-in-law was dating a guy who hated dogs, and within seconds of that relationship coming to an end, she just had a dog. It's like it magically appeared.
Did she like dogs or just?
Oh yeah, big, real into dogs.
Well, that's good. It's lucky, isn't it? I always used to have.
You see that we're having a hat.
Everyone's got a hat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody. I used to always, when I was younger, my fashion was always T-shirts that had something funny written on it. And I thought that was the way to be hilarious. Or have a T-shirt with something really funny on it. Yeah, but then I think I've grown out of them now. But it was, yeah. Every time I saw a funny T-shirt, I thought, I'll have that.
Oh, you're all going to be hatted. I don't have a hat.
Oh, you know, got all my gear now. Get what you want.
Those are too Christmassy. Those don't count.
Nobody wears
I'm going to balance the dollar in my head, and that'll have to do.
I really had it
Be
actually.
mine.
Count it.
A penguin.
Nice.
No, it's a duck.
I've got a bird theme.
There's a duck.
Duck, a penguin, a biker, and an elf. You still get your Christmas decks up.
A new unionised elf.
Lucy, have you still got your
You've
Christmas
still got your decorations up. It's gone 12th
That's
night.
crazy.
You've got to keep them.
It's right. It's a case of I'm not willing to let go of sparkly things. It's like kind of like therapy, because 2021 has been such a bag of shit. So I'm half entertaining my silly things, and I'm half ready for 2021 because this one can already fuck off. I'm done with this year. We are only in the 10th day, and the punches have been proper fun. So I really am. I'm sort of 2021. That's all I'm saying.
I completely agree. I took some lights down, and today I put them back up. I'm like, you know what?
Nice.
That made me happy. I'm gonna do that. It sparks joy. Shout out to Marie Kondo. It made me happy, and I want that back. I put them back up, and I'm not ashamed.
Bring Christmas back.
Yeah. It literally, looking at these makes me happy, and as 2021 is not making me happy, the glitter is.
Yeah, who knew 21? Who knew
Does bring
2021
me
was
joy.
going to get worse?
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, who knew?
It was supposed to. Yeah, we all thought it's going to get better. Plot twist. It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Don't come over here. That's all I'll say.
Well,
I want to hang out. I'm coming over there.
You guys are having a better series than us. We're just a bit of a repeat. We're just back to where we were, sort of. Well, you've moved on. You've upped the level.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, I think I have been approached by a few American comedians I've met through online comedy, and they've all asked to be adopted. So I think we may be doing an aid mission where we just get a chartered plane, scoop a couple of you guys up, and bring you over here to safety for a bit.
Could do that. Yeah.
I want to go to the source. I'm tired of the sequel. I want the original. Let me get back to where it started. Figure out where all this shit came from.
We've just started.
I mean, a couple of them asked us to invade again as well. We've got the best strain. British strain for British people. That's what we've got.
We had to get our own one. We didn't like the Chinese one, so we wanted to make our own.
Right. I have to say, I would not have agreed to come on this show if I realised how pro-Britain it is.
Go virus.
As a Welsh-speaking Welshman, I am legally obligated to hate Britain and everything it stands for.
Get your own virus then. Get yourself your own virus. The Welsh coronavirus.
Well, yeah, well, you know,
I've got to be honest, the Welsh are doing
I'm a huge advocate for an independent coronavirus.
Independent Welsh coronavirus.
We got our own. That's what's
I'll have it, but it needs to be Welsh. I'll have Corona, but it has to be Welsh Corona.
Well, apparently it's mutated to coronavirus. That's just a joke for my people.
Yeah, well.
Right, Alex, that was your question. Leon, could you pull out a question? Is it a hat? Is it a handbag? Is it a bucket? What are your questions in?
Pink bag.
We've got a bag, a nice little bag.
All right, so here we go. Right, Santa, Easter Bunny, what new personification of a holiday would you create?
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna create a personification or animalization.
The pancake tasted giraffe. What are you talking about? Obviously.
What holiday is
Massive giraffe comes, all pancakes in his mouth, leans over with his big neck, splat, pancakes all on your face.
From a height.
Yeah,
I like that.
Or the All Saints Day platypus. The St. Swithin's Day duck.
No, that's what I like.
I was going to say Swithin's Day.
Mid-July, and he brings what's not related to a duck. He brings cheese.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese for all your family.
Mm-hmm.
I want Grandma Halloween. I want she's got a pumpkin for her face and fists made of sweets.
Fistal.
I think we've got
something
Santa for we've got a lot of Christmas Day things. Not much for Boxing Day. So I want Stephen the Boxing Day boy. It's just a boy called Stephen, but he represents Boxing Day.
What about a Boxing Day puppy? That sort of gets ignored for the day. You have to decide what you're going to do with it by the end of the day.
My mum has said it's a soft mutation, which is a very funny topper to the joke I made earlier. And once again, it's only understandable to Welsh speakers, so I love it.
We're on board, even though we don't understand.
Hugh has suggested St. David's Day COVID-free sheep. I don't think sheep can get it. I think cats can get it, but I don't think the sheep have got it yet. I think for me it would have to be. You go.
I think if we're going to do a St. David's Day one, I don't want it to be a sheep. I think we have negative connotations to sheep in Wales. I think I want to do a more interesting. Sort of fictional creature. So I want to do the St. David's Day sentient rugby ball. It is a sentient rugby ball that goes around spreading goodwill to all Welsh people and people of Welsh descent. There's this amazing thing where our nationalist what pro Wales party Plaid Cymru sort of did a thing celebrating the victory of Joe Biden on the basis that he can trace his family back to Wales. So, and I think the idea that Wales has in a sense conquered America is so funny to me.
I'll take whatever regime change I could get at this point. I didn't really like how it was going. I'm gonna go with the mystery box.
I always get
Apparently
confused. In Britain, we have a real weird association where we have animals associated with our countries that are absolutely not like Wales associated with a dragon. There's no dragons in Wales. Same with
Not anymore.
There are dragons in
England-
Wales.
England-
They just hide when you come round. They just transform into sheep so that you think they're sheep.
hidden out there and quiet. But same with
We've got more
England,
dragons than
England pick
people.
lions. There's no lions in England. Why would they pick something that's not there? Doesn't make any sense at all. I think
They went
Scotland unicorns.
Wow.
At least America
Here's
went
the
for
problem.
bald
I think
eagles.
any
They've got
animal
them.
that is common in your country, if you put it on a flag, it looks stupid. Like if Wales had a sheep on a flag, come on, it would look
I like sheep. They're
absolutely
nice,
different.
fluffy,
Or what do
approachable.
you have in England? If the English
A
flag
lion.
was just a pigeon,
I see. Pigeons, survivable, adaptable, eat chips. That is English.
They even go on the ground. I mean, there you go.
There you go. I've
brings
spread
me to
all
my
around the
next
world,
point.
even though nobody wants them. There you go. That is the English.
If I gotta change any mascot or add a new one to a holiday, it's gonna be the 4th of July here for America, and the mascot will be a prosecuting attorney. It'll just be an ambitious prosecuting attorney with like a plea deal in his hand. And he's all like, look, man, you don't want this to go to trial. Take these years and just be cool with it. You won't be alone. There's actually more people in prison here than anywhere else. Happy Independence Day. Enjoy it.
Instead of sending cards, you send subpoenas to everyone.
Yeah, this is a dick.
Here you go. Sign for this.
I have a subpoena.
I think for me, it have to be something during winter because that's when we need the most. Because during the summertime, you don't want to have to do sort of traditions and all that sort of stuff. You want to run around free in the heat. Whereas for me, it would either have to be something like in November for that lull between sort of Christmas, bonfire night and Christmas, something between then, or something like Steffan said for like what I call betwixtmas, something to do between Christmas and New Year, where there's that just TARDIS like week where you're not quite sure what time of day it is. I mean, you don't actually get dressed for an entire week, isn't it? It's just pajamas, it's fridge. So maybe something just to spice that up that you have to maybe attend or be aware of. Just to get the calendar back in.
can we make it the when do the bins go bear?
That would be good. When do the
Just
bins
a bear that goes around going, when do the bins go? Doesn't have any answers. No one's got any answers.
No,
when
it's
do
a
the bins
riddle.
Go? Here's the when do the bins go bear.
It goes around looking in your bins and judging
Yeah.
you for putting it in the wrong bin or not being clean enough. That tin's not clean enough. And throws it all over.
Beer cans? You should
Oh, I've got
recycle.
neighbours for that.
And they're here tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Get out here.
Oh, I was going to ask this one, but that's about a board game, and Steffan's already got a board game. Right, okay. You can only listen to one album for the rest of your life. What album is it going to be?
Oh,
Best of Steps. I'm out.
something by Bonnie Tyler. I need more songs in my archive.
Yes.
Listen
I
in the
need
mind.
some other stuff to listen to. I didn't know what well she's cooking up.
Whichever. I think you'd probably do all right with Oasis because all their songs last about 20 minutes, so you get the value for money there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd probably do that, or probably the Beatles in it. But then I don't know, it's a bit bored of the Beatles. They come back.
For me, I'm torn between. I'm sort of between Nirvana. What's the one with the baby on the front?
Never mind.
Mine's gone blank.
Never mind.
That's it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. I would just say it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Carry on.
Never mind. Never mind. What I want to say, what's the answer? That or Jagged Little Pill. For me, monumentally, those were my big albums. But as a child, my favourite album was Now 11. And at least you get two cassettes on that. You get
double album.
Two cassettes. That's the one. Tiffany, Belinda Carlisle, Pet Shop Boys. I mean, there are some hearters on Now 11. We're talking about 87, 88.
It depends on how you're allowed to interpret the question. If you're allowed compilation CDs, you would be out of your mind not to choose a compilation CD, surely.
Yeah, you'd have to, wouldn't
So
you?
my thinking was you have to pick a single artist's album.
Yeah.
And actually, I've changed my mind. Mine would
Put-
be
you-
Nica's
you
Life in
put your
Cartoon Motion,
impressions
because
on
that's got
yourself.
more bangers than the Steps best of.
You're not wrong.
But if I'm allowed a compilation, I'm going Cyngor the Millennium, which is a 2000 live concert of Welsh language artists singing to a small orchestra. It's not a funny answer, but it's a true answer.
If this is the end, I mean, like if you only pick one album, probably something really bad's happened, like Desert Island or something. So I might actually pick something really depressing, maybe Radiohead or something, because it might come to a point where you want to kill yourself. You're not quite motivated enough.
You got to
You
get
can
it
put that on loop, and it can just pushes you that last little bit. Just a little stick in there.
Here's the problem: if you're on a desert island with this album, like, which pocket are you going to use for the walk?
Yeah, and how many batteries are you going to need? Really, let's be honest.
Yeah, it might be better if I go mini disc rather than CD.
Yeah, you might just get fed up carrying it around. Use it.
You get given it on cassette, but you don't get a
I'll
pencil.
read it.
Use it to beat animals to death so you can eat food. Bang!
Squirrel out of a tree.
Yeah, the disc could be quite good, couldn't they? Sharpen the edge of the disc. It's like a deadly frisbee.
Ray's put his suggestion as The Young Person's Guide to King Crimson. Excellent prog rock collection. Catherine's back on. They recorded in the Branwyn, where there were balloons were dropped from the ceiling. And the daytime balloons weren't seen as non-mentally friendly events.
I did not realise that concert was in the Brangwyn. I remember that concert. I thought it was in Cardiff. There we go. Very cool.
You should speak to your mother more often. Responsible knowledge.
Good. What a good fact.
You could get like
this is history. People will forget these things. People will forget the balloons were dropped from the ceiling during the recording of King of the Millennium 2000.
And the world will be a worse place for it.
It will. Quite right. Hello, Hayley.
Hey, Hayley. Just got
How's the baby?
Alex, one more question. Alex, one more question from your question jar.
Why not? Why not? Let's see what we got.
Oh, it's T-shirt again.
Take a moment to celebrate Ray Turner being on day 110 of Duolingo Welsh as well. So well done, Ray.
Not that one. Not that one.
One day we'll have the numbers. We'll take the world. We'll take the Senate.
Steady. We'll get banned off this.
We might have done this one before.
Catherine also said, we were glad Jill wasn't there. She hates balloons. Right, Alex, you go.
Fuck them. It's a waste of air and plastic. Everybody knows it.
Everyone knows.
I'm just here to say what you're thinking.
Say it. Sometimes it's funny just to say the truth. Say the truth. Someone has to say it.
Tell the truth. You don't want to balloons in your life.
It's not even comedy. It's just truth.
I aged out of it. All right. We might have done this question before, but I like it. So we're doing it again anyway. What's your worst, most expensive purchase?
Worst, most expensive. Mine was probably a Mustang. Bought a Mustang and then the engine bust on it. Yeah, that was, and it was annoying because I loved it. And then I kept going back to this dodgy car guy who had, and then he kept giving me hope that he could fix it. And it was like 6 months and it could never be fixed. It was knackered. Yeah, that was mine. And it made me feel sad. And then eventually a mouse lived in the engine, which was really sad.
So you bought a very expensive home for a mouse.
Yeah. Well, he loved it, at least, I suppose. Car lover. Yeah, and then I got sold to somebody else.
Yeah, that mouse was sitting in your back seat watching Top Gear, having a great time.
Yeah, he was loving it. It had a built-in. It would be illegal here in the UK, but it was in the Middle East. It had a DVD player that you could watch movies on as you were driving. Really fantastic. You could watch a movie on, put a DVD on, watch that as you're zooming along at 150 miles an hour. Fantastic.
Okay.
Can't do that here. I don't know why.
Yeah. You can't put on Fast and the Furious on your dashboard?
You didn't care. There was lots of bumps as you're watching the movie, but hey, who knows? Kept going.
I gotta say that
What's your expensive mistake?
Worst, most expensive
Alex.
purchase. I dated this girl who was really into Fall Out Boy, and I told her I was going to take her to a show, and I didn't buy the tickets in time, so I had to buy the tickets from a scalper.
Oh,
So he like upcharged me like for the tickets. So I spent like $700. Like it was like a ridiculous amount. I forget how much it was, but I paid way more than you should pay for a concert because I didn't buy them and they were sold out. So I had to get them from somebody who was like, you can have mine. And I took her to go see Fall Out Boy. And I'm not saying like I don't like Fall Out Boy. I'm just saying it wasn't worth the money that I spent. I should have been able to like meet Pete Wentz, and we should have hung out and had coffee and talked about shit. Like I should have had like Patrick Stupp, like, you know, come over my house and look at my upholstery. I don't know what the fuck, something. It was bad. It was bad. It was like, the show there wasn't a lot of people there either. I'm like, man, I could have got somebody else to give me these tickets.
For that money, I would want, when I'm on the desert island and I'm only allowed one album, I would want them to come to the island with me and play it live.
Yeah. You better play Infinity on High on this island.
Can we get some food? No, keep playing.
I think my worst purchase, I've been thinking, I don't think I've had one massive purchase, but I think it's cumulatively 90% of the games I bought for the Nintendo Wii. Because the Nintendo Wii was the console that was out when I got my first like proper full-time job, and I like in my lunch break, like I was on a salary for the first time in my life, and so in my lunch break I'd sort of wander into town and I'd find these sort of pre-owned Wii games, and then I've got so many, like 10 times as many as I could possibly have time to play. So there's loads I've just never played or I've played once, but I've just got too much choice. I'm never going to get around to them all.
That is shame. That is the least loved Nintendo console ever made. Like that is at the bottom of the list. The Wii and the Wii U, nobody talks about that.
And the Wii remembers. Remember the Wii when you plug it in, it says last time you played this, last time you played this. That's judgmental shit. Last time you played this game, 2008, just been sitting there.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I also don't want it to tell me how many cumulative hours I've played of a game.
Yeah, don't tell me that.
Too much technology, too much judgment. You've been on social media for 10 hours of the week. You're like 10 hours, that's like nearly half a day. It's ridiculous. I hate when it tells me that. And then I start arguing with it. And I think, you can't be true.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, don't lie to me.
It's the only real console I own. I'd say definitely Wii is the only big console that I had and I loved playing. But now it's sort of like a distant memory. It's sort of I know where it's hidden in the back of the cupboard in the living room.
Or it remembers.
I may have. It's about as useful now, just a proper wonky table. You know, everybody had them. We all paid extra for the weird rub covers to protect longevity. And now it's sitting over there, dust free, and doing fuck all. I found out that you could get TV on demand through it. That is when the Wii came into its own right. When I could get the BBC iPlayer through it, that first getting the on-demand TV onto your big TV, that it was legendary. But then technology moved along and kicked the crap out of everything else. We've had a comment from the
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Taking the piss out of the Wii, it's a great system.
Mice have better taste than to watch Top Gear. I approve of this. Yes. I also hate Top Gear. Good.
Hugh has said a bloody engagement ring. That was a waste of money in 20 years of my life. Well, no offense, but you shouldn't have gone for it.
You get that back.
She's
you need to have an affair. If he throws the ring at you, then you get the ring back. That's the only reason men have affairs. So they can get the ring thrown back in their face. You take the ring.
Yeah. I'm going to pardon this.
You disgust me. Oh, catch. You have your hand up.
Thank you. I'm going to go buy a Wii.
I've heard nothing but good things. I'm going to buy a Wii, or if it's a big one, I'm going to buy a mine.
I know that.
I put lipstick on my own
or a quarry.
Just so I can get that shit big.
Great song as well.
Lipstick, $5.
My expensive
Wii U, $160.
My expensive purchase would be when I have been in relationships. I have made a point of getting really thoughtful, thought out, expensive gifts for exes that I have never got a return on. Which is a little bit like, it's like you spend 2 months buying something that's like a one-off or signed or framed or unique, and they give you back like a bath set from the Body Shop, and you're like, no.
Listen,
No.
Not it. This ain't it, boss. This ain't it, boss.
This is not it.
So you get him like
When
a
I think
signed
about-
jersey from like a football player, like, and then he just gives you like a Valentine's Day card that just says, "Hey, bitch, you all right?" You know.
Alex, I'm on about original John McCree Hitman splash pages. That's how deep I'm going on this.
Damn.
And I am not the owner of those splash pages anymore. I can see them in my eyes. I know exactly. I can see the exact fucking panels I chose.
What you should do is get him to hold them in his hand, have an affair. He'll throw them back in your face.
Yeah.
You take them, and put them on eBay.
For that, he should be under that table right
Get
now.
hit in the
God
face
damn.
with a
Lipstick in your collar.
Did you say John McRae, Lucy? Or did you say
get hit
something
in the
else?
face. Yeah. John McCree. He's an amazing. It's MCCREA. He's a beautiful, beautiful man, and an amazing artist.
All
Yeah.
right.
So Hitman, which is one of the
googled
most
him 'cause I wanted
amazing.
to see culture to know who he was, and I got the E and the A the wrong way around. So I'm looking at a Canadian poet who died in World War One.
The
And I
racing
was like,
driver.
That's an
Oh,
elaborate
that's
gift if you
commitment.
manage to track down
That is commit.
signed copies of his work.
Hire a
I was
psychic.
convinced it was John McClane. And I'm like, isn't that just Bruce Willis? I think you had to buy one of his jazz albums to get him to sign it for you.
Speaking to Bruce, going, John. He goes, no, I'm Bruce. He goes, John.
You're John
I know
for
you, John.
today.
Come
I
on.
bought the jazz album, okay?
Yeah, just write something from John. Say something about hating tall buildings.
Or,
I hate tall buildings.
Yeah.
I hate tall buildings.
Leon, one
on
more
Christmas.
question. Oh no, actually, I think it's 22:57. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask the guest question. It's going to be the first guest question of 2021. Let me just bring it up on the fancy tech that we've got, because and I do like how when I do message the guests, I do tell them the question, but I make it very clear I don't want to know the answer. So, Steffan, you have been an absolute pleasure and a joy to take part in the first show of Big World Small Talk. But what we really want to know is, what would you choose between a magic carpet or a flying horse? I'm not giving you any more information than that, and we want to know Perkins. Go.
Oh, yeah, I'd go magic carpet. Horses, unpredictable. Magic carpet, bewitched. I like it. I feel like it would be more obedient. It will be less dependent on mood. I wouldn't have to feed it. It would just get me there. The one advantage of a flying horse is its body heat would keep me warmer. I'm a bit worried about a magic carpet, but that's all right. I'll just put on extra layers. Also, you can put lots of other things on a magic carpet. I feel like it's magic, so it's the amount it can hold up is probably infinite. Whereas a flying horse is going to get a bit dragged down. Also, imagine how big the wings of a flying horse would be to keep you up in the air on its back. It's going to have to be absolutely enormous, which is terrifying. And the flapping of the wings, I reckon that'll be loud.
That's true.
Also, do I have to shoot it? Because that's going to be expensive.
You gotta do it.
Also,
Yeah,
it's sort of not the most like it's a sort of interesting and whimsical way of flying. You might as well flying horse is quite cool, but magic carpet. I mean, come on, you can roll it up and keep it at home.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to park it or tie it
Also,
up.
you could wear a fez on a magic carpet, and I think no one can have a go at you for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
'Cause
cultural
it's sort of a
appropriation.
Matt thing.
Oh my God! Earlier I saw that dude in the fisherman's hat. He switched to the
He copies everyone. He's not a fisherman. He's not an Egyptian. Oh, he loves taking the hats off.
head. He's a man of many hats. That's what I was.
The one advantage of a flying horse is I think more people like flying horses, and so you could probably make a lot more money by just kind of renting out the horse and doing little rides with it. I reckon Fall Out Boy would let you go to that concert for free for a ride on your flying horse.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a flying horse.
Like, you paid how much?
I didn't
How
pay
about
this much
this?
for a
We'll give
flying
you
horse.
money back if you can just get on this flying horse.
Oh, Ray's put top call back, Alex.
You win.
I mean, the other question is, can you get a reversible fez so that you'd have 4 hats in your possession at any one time?
Yeah. Red fez with a little yellow tassel on the other side. Yellow fez with a red tassel.
Fly past one week, in the fez one week, flip it round, come back. They're like, wow, he's got changed. How fast was that? Is that the same guy?
Silly shit.
And also, a magic carpet could fit the entire choir that you nominate you, the Welsh choir. There's no room.
I want to draw attention to the fact that Ray Turner has said top callback, Alex. And something I really love about doing anything like this is when you attract an audience that has the jargon to analyze the comedic technique of the chat.
Somebody did their
people
homework.
that know the difference between mines and quarries, that's the kind of audience you want. People that really, that's the kind of people that will pick you up on that. Some people would let that go, but not our audience is like, fuck, I'm not letting that go. I'm not going to bed tonight. Having them think Bonnie Tyler owns a mine when she clearly owns a quarry.
Yeah. That hat is not reversible. I can see the stitches.
Not even a fisherman. Not even a fisherman. Wearing a fisherman's hat.
I mean, the best callback has to go to Caitlin for pointing out since July. And Hugh Janus has said it's called a Zeph, a reversible fez. I love wordplay. Well done.
Oh, he swoops in at the end, gets the best joke, and he's off. You watch 10 seconds of the show. Here we go. All right, the best joke, and I'm off.
I beseech everybody to follow Steffan. I put 2 eyes in Twitter because I was laughing and typing at the same time on Twitter. So it's STALUN, which I don't know whether or not is an abbreviation form of your name or whether you've made yourself a saint.
A bit of both. It is an abbreviation of my name. My email address is my name, and then I've just graduated, so I added grad for graduate, but it means my email address is Stalingrad, which was I didn't think that through at all.
That's not Welsh.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go. I thought Twitter was Trump's new Twitter thing.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter and leave your credit card information. I'm gonna need that. Social security number and your credit score. I'm just gonna make that mine. I don't know how, but I'll make that.
Before we let you go, Steffan, is there any project or other social media account that you would love to promote? Anything you've got coming up? I know that obviously we're all locked down, but being locked down has not stopped me.
Yeah.
So
you can find it all on Twitter. My pinned tweet on Twitter is linked to my blog. I'm currently writing. I'm working on 2 different sitcoms at the minute, as well as a sketch show, and so I started a blog to talk about that. That's for people who might be interested in that. It's not particularly funny in its own right, but anyone who's interested in writing and developing writing projects and sitcoms, you might get something out of it. So I've been enjoying writing that.
Nice.
And again, the way to
I did the Bennett Aaron course at the very beginning of lockdown. So I would I've got so many ideas I'd love to look and develop, but it's a case of finding the commitment and the time.
Yes.
Sometimes you have the time, the commitment.
Sometimes you have to do stand-up and podcasting, and sometimes you need to wear many hats. That's all I'll say.
Or the same one.
The same one is reversible.
I actually cleaned my ears out today. I used 4 Q-tips. That's what I'm working on. How about that?
Reachable goal.
If you've got anything else going, Leon.
It's a quarry.
Leon, have you got any improv programs or anything like that you want to give a quick promote to?
Yeah, I did a show tonight with a Danish guy and an American guy, which is quite good. and I can't remember what it's called, but it'll be on my Facebook at some point and other things.
And that's Leon Buck
It was
Comedy.
good, but I forgot what it was.
Alex, you got anything going on that you want to start bigging up, or?
Oh, yeah, not really. Not a lot going on. I already finished my Q-tip project. That only took about 4 Q-tips. I might sweep my apartment. So stay tuned if you ever want to drop something on the floor and feel good about eating it again. It might get clean around here. You never know.
Marvelous. Right. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for watching and getting involved on the chat, as that makes the game even more funny. I will be back on Tuesday with the Lucy show and obviously the kitchen sink on Thursday. And I'm just trying to find out who we got. We got Sandy Smith, who's going to be coming on the 14th of January. So big thank you to everybody for watching. A big love. Happy New Year to all you guys. And signing off from Big World Small Talk. Everyone say bye. Bye.